Hi, today I'd like to talk about articulated poppers. Now, normally when we talk about poppers, they're not articulated. The only reason I'm articulating this is not for action. It's not for the sake of action. It's just that most hooks that come with foam poppers, foam body poppers, they're long. Yeah, it's got a long shank. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, these are the hooks that come with these poppers. Okay, these popper bodies. And if you look at them, they're long. They're like that long. The gap is only like this. I think the gap is 1, 2, 3. It's like 3.5 times the shank is 3.5 times as long as the distance from the gap to the hook point. That to me means that a fish that jumps a lot and is very acrobatic has a better chance of dislodging that hook, throwing it out of its mouth. I would rather a hook like this, where the distance from the gap to the shank is no less than 1.5 to 2 times. Okay, so the measurement from see if I can point, my finger's too fat, from this point to this shank, this distance, okay, should not be less than 1.5 to 2 times from the gap to from the eye to the hook bend. Anything, more than that, where the shank is longer, it's easier. Well, the fish gets more leverage. Yeah. So this is the hook I'm going to use. This is a Owner Aki hook. It's a good sharp hook. You do have to sharpen it from time to time. So it's not, end all be all of hooks or anything, but it's a good hook. Okay. So articulated popper, really the main thing about this is the popper. Okay. So let's get the hook tied up first. This is the easy part. Anybody that ties streamers can see that this is, just easy stuff. I mean, it is articulated, so I am going to try to get a little bit of extra action out of it. That's not very difficult. Okay, I'm just going to do 2 stacks of extra select crafter. Okay, so, and this is again for fish that jump a lot. If you fish for fish that come to the surface but they don't jump much, then you really don't need to do this. You don't even need to think about this. But if you fish for fish that like to jump a lot and you've lost a bunch because they jump so much, then that's when you want to think about this pattern a little bit. And it's easy pattern. Okay, so I want some leftover up here because I'm going to fold that back and it's going to help to move the hook a little bit. Okay, so keep that forward. 1, 2. Okay, let's get this all straightened out. Pinch, move. I want this to cover at least 50% of the hook. Now I'm going to tie this in. Okay, other side. It's best to keep this simple. No need to complicate things for this. Life is complicated enough as is. Okay, hooks upside down, even that out. 1, 2. Let's get one more just to make sure. Oh, we got lightning outside. Wonderful. I'm glad I'm not doing a run outside during this. Nothing like tropical monsoon rains, eh? Okay, even this out just a little bit more. Calm here. There we go. That's nice and even. Crank this down. Really get this nice. Okay. Now, if you're going to add flash, now's the time before you fold it back. So I'm going to do 1 strand of flash each side. Okay. Fold this in half. Go straight down to the side. Come on. Down the side. Pin it down. Wrap this back. That's not going anywhere. Other one. Just pull this out. Pull this around the thread. Bring it around. Come on. No. It's all. Don't twist on me. There we go. Okay, that's all you need. Now, get all the way to the eye. I always like the hook point down whenever I brush this back because I notice that the hook point up, I hook myself mercilessly. It's just not good. So start this coming back, weave the thread through. Okay, now I'm going to capture this material up here. Okay. Okay. There, you see how that flares out there? Okay. Now, that's done. That's easy part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull it back. Don't make the mistake of pulling forward when you crowd the hook eye, because then the threads might pull forward and then all your work goes away bye-bye and you can cry. Okay. Add some Mr. Super Glue. And this way, get more control. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, while this is drying, we're going to go to the wire. Okay. I'm using a wire, and to help things out, I'm going to be using a stainless steel solid ring. Okay, that's so that my line doesn't have to go against this stainless steel wire and get cut by it. Monofilament against stainless steel wire, unless you're using something like a specialized Albright knot or something that's particularly made for it and stuff like that. Well, not made for it, but it caters to it better. Otherwise, mono against stainless steel wire under pressure, the wire wins. So I'd rather not risk that, and thus I do this. And you notice this wire has a curve to it. Okay, it's got a, because it was, you know, put into a nice neat coil like this for sale and everything like this. But once you do a haywire twist, you can basically straighten the sucker out, which is good. That's very nice. Okay, now where did my, there, right in front of me. Split ring pliers, 1, 2, 3. Get a good grip here and break off the wire. There. Now I need to get one of these popper bodies out. Okay. And I like to make sure that the cut in the popper body is, you know, is really there. So I take a razor blade and I just, you know, double check the cut here. Some of them are cut better than others. Yeah, and then you don't have to do anything, and that's favorable. But sometimes you have to do a little something extra. Okay. This one I had to do something a little extra. Now you want to measure it in. Okay. So pop it on. Oh. Okay, pop it on. Let's get this. That's good. And see, we're gonna twist this back part, so if I make the loop right tight against here, I'm gonna end up with the loop inside because it will eat some wire when I twist. So I have to go up a little bit. Okay, so about here, my wire forming about here. That'll about do it. Okay, I want to make sure get this loop. Come here. Loop it around. There, I got a nice perfect loop there. When I start my haywire twist, it's gonna even everything out. No, I like it twisting the other way. There we go. And before I even anything else out, I better add the hook before I forget. You don't want to forget the hook. I've forgotten the hook a few times and had to start over. It's difficult to explain how stupid you feel when you do that. So from one forgetful angler to another, try not to forget that. Okay. Oh, I had it the right way the first time. See, that's what I mean. Okay. Pull this a little tighter. There. Oh, the thunder's talking. Yeah, nothing like a tropical monsoon. Okay. Here we go. Haywire twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go, okay, a little bit more. Still not lining up quite. Okay, that'll have to do for now. Here. No, I'm not liking how that's twisting. Okay, it's twisting better now. Try to break this off. This is rotating inside my pliers a little bit. Not the best wire job I've ever done. There we go. I had to get the right angle. Now you want to straighten all this out. Okay. Next thing you have to make sure is the loops are all facing, in the same directions. Almost there. There we go. Now, measure this out. Did we get it? Is it successful? Yeah, it's a little tight here. Yeah, now I have space to put some extra material back there. It's good. Otherwise, it's too far away. Okay, now, 2 pliers for this. There we go. Okay. Want to get this into the vise now. Okay, start a thread. The difficult part is over. The important part is over. Start right here. Come forward a bit. Okay. And again, this is easy. All I'm going to do, okay, is tie in some craft fur to cover up the transition. Again, you don't need much. We're just going to use 2 hanks, one bottom, one top. No flash, none needed. You can, if you want, you can use more subtle flash up here. That does work. Okay, now I'm going to reverse tie this. So watch. There's my tie-in point. I want the ends of my hair, the tag ends, okay, to at least touch here. I don't want it in the front. I want it here so that the transition is cleaner. Okay, it's hidden better. I'm gonna go 1, 2. You see that? It overlaps. Use your thumb, pinch, really make sure you get good coverage here. Okay. Wrap this back. Here. Underside. Nice, easy fly. You notice I'm putting the popper backwards because I want this actually as a diver. Yeah, not actually as a popper, but the popper body works well for that. Okay, tying this back. Okay, come back forward. And now I'm going to get this here and try to get all this material back. Come on. Work my thread through. Okay. I am going to add just a little bit of flesh to this. Where is my... that's not the... Oh, there it is. Just a little bit. Okay, this is baitfish emulator. Love the stuff. Million ways to use it. I'm going to put this underneath so the fish sees it more than I do. One. Boy. Stuff is slipping all over the place. Okay. Get this all untangled. Spread it out. Okay. This is more manageable up here. Okay. Create thread dam. Okay. Now, enough playing around. I have to make sure this lines up nicely. Okay. Now, dubbing. This is Ice Dub UV Pearl. You can also get minnow belly. All that works. Okay. I happen to love all of this stuff a lot. Okay. Find the center. Pinch. Move it around. Also get the bottom. Yeah, you don't need to be exact in all of this. This is not exactly like tying nymphs. Yeah, nymphs, you got to be really accurate and careful and all of that. This is nowhere near that detailed and such. You can be if you want to. Yeah, I don't personally see a need to. Okay. Create a thread dam, wind this back, wind it forward. Okay, measure this up again. I might need another stack. Yes, I will need another stack. Okay, again, top and bottom, top and bottom. Okay. This is rolling on me a bit. That's okay. Crank this in so it won't roll as much. Okay, everything back. leave my, there we go. I'll take the longer one just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Before I do anything else, just a little bit of super glue to make sure this stays. Just need a dot. That's it. Because you're going to be adding more anyhow. Okay. Now, let's get this fitted for sure. I want it there, and then I'm going to push it back. Okay. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on this. Okay. Make sure this is, yeah, hook point down. Start up here in the haywire. Get some on the shank. There. As I forget the name of the angler, but I saw an angler giving a fly tying seminar and showing all sorts of stuff about poppers. And he was the one that said that, let's see if I can get this on first. Come on. Now she's not opening. Oh, it helps if I get it in the slot. Okay. And that angler was the one that said super glue, what is that called? It cures in the absence of oxygen. So that's what I'm using. That's the theory I'm using here. Add a little more glue here. Okay. A little bit in the head and the tail apart, and then I'm just going to squeeze this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just hold this, you know, for about a minute or so. That's all it really takes. Yeah. And it's good. If you let it go too soon, then yeah, you get kind of like a tacky mess that doesn't really bond well and blah 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 blah. But as long as you hold on to it, you know, for about a minute, you're good. Now, if you want to, you can do all sorts of things like putting eyes on this and stuff. You can make it into a popper instead of, you know, like what I'm doing here is a diver. It's all good. Yeah. Important things are that you get a short shank hook so that the fish can't throw the lure as easily, that you have the solid ring so that your line won't get cut by the wire when you're under pressure, when you're fighting a strong fish. Okay, that's really all there is to it. So you get this thing where you see that back hook, it goes around a lot, so it's harder for the fish to throw. Okay, and yeah, all this dubbing, I'm gonna eventually comb that all out and everything. And if you wanted to make it even better, the wire, a downturned eye would have a better action. Okay, that would be an improvement. But this is just a basic pattern. I'll probably fish it at a local pond for the barramundi very soon. Yeah, and it's nothing too special. Yeah, nothing you know, crazy or anything, but it's just a nice, easy pattern. I hope I've given you guys some ideas to try some, you know, create some new fly patterns, and wish you all the best. Cheers.